Okay, we ready?
Okay, hold on. I need to close some things. Um,
Wrong. Wrong. Hi, I'm Rainey Cheeks. Welcome to Rainey Speaks. I'm glad to be with you this Thursday night. And to those who join me every Thursday night, I appreciate you coming. I pray that Spirit moves and that we have a wonderful time. Tonight, I just want to speak a little bit about self-care through these holiday seasons. It's important that we take care of ourselves. Holidays come and all the parties and dinners and gatherings. Yet for some people, it can be a time of depression. It can be a time of anxiety, whether it's the family, whether it's people that have lost loved ones if you've lost a loved one in the last 5 years, it can be a hard time for grieving. So I want to talk a little bit tonight about self-care on the physical, emotional, and spiritual levels. The fall is here, and we're fall and headed strongly into winter. I noticed today that a few places in the country are beginning to have the first snowfalls, which is amazing. And uh, I forgot where, it must be Minneapolis. They were building snowmen out on the lawns and stuff. So winter is here. And notice this, in the winter, most animals go into hibernating. They begin to eat and fatten up and prepare themselves to hibernate, especially those in the northern part of the country. We have evolved past that. However, we're still affected by it. A lot of people have seasonal depression because it's less sunlight. It gets darker faster. So I consciously try to go out in the sunlight during the day and not just stay in the house, but to go out in the sunlight. If it's just walk around the block or stand on my balcony so that I can get sunlight. And I get a lot of light in my apartment, anybody that knows been here. But it's really important. And so you can do some things to help yourself physically like what they call happy lights. You can go to the store, and if you don't see happy lights, just ask for full spectrum lights. Plant lights are full spectrum lights. I have a full spectrum light on right here now. It helps with seasonal depression. I don't have seasonal depression, but I know that at times I have to push to get through the energy. So it is important that you use everything and all the tools that you can use to keep your energy up. I use bright paper around me. I wear bright clothes to keep my energy up when I am out to do things. Because it's very easy to come in and close the door and shut down and not be involved in anything. The wintertime is a time of inner reflection. It brings us in. Follow the seasons. I've learned to follow the seasons and let my energy ride in the seasons. And what is Mother Earth trying to teach us at this time? It's time to pull back a little bit. It's time for self-reflection. We have to get ready for all of the celebrations and the reconnections and connecting with people. It is interesting because when October hit, all the parties start. And let's be honest, there are some parties we don't want to go to. So how about let's start making a plan now how you're going to approach this holiday season. How do we prepare ourselves? Because we know this. We got some family members and some friends who can push our buttons. You're okay the moment you see them coming, you feel the energy like, oh, here we go. If you make a plan though, there are some people I never say, how are you doing? Because I know they never have a good report. I have someone that anytime I see her, I'm just prayerful. And I try to pull the energy up and I used to go, how you doing? And it was like, oh, well, I'm gonna make it. Oh, but you're doing good. Look, you're looking good. And I would try to get away and go, have a great day. But she wanted to keep talking. But so one day, she was out vending, and I saw her, and I said, oh, well, I said it must be a good time. She's vending. So I walked by and I said, how you doing? She said, oh, well, it could be better. I said, but you're out making money. You're doing well. Ain't nobody stopping. I said, watch this. I said, how much are your t-shirts? And when she told me, I said, t-shirts, come on. You guys, I had some good t-shirts. And I sold like 3 or 4 of her t-shirts. And I asked her how much. So somebody wanted 3 and I gave them like a $2 discount on the 3. And she said, but I just lost $2. I said, no, you didn't. I said, look at the upside. You sold 3 t-shirts and I took $2 off if they bought 3. Come on. And it was just hard to get her to find the blessing in what was ever going on. So if you start off your day with gratitude, just being grateful, and I know that the times are here, but be grateful. Today is a good day. I went down to my mailbox and I said, yes, no bills today. I find any reason just to be grateful. I'm still breathing. My health is good. Thank you. And begin to encourage yourself to get through this holiday season. Now, I said before earlier that we all have family members and friends that can push our buttons and get us off track if we allow it. It's a choice. It's either an opportunity for you to evolve past it, or it's a choice that you stay stuck in the pattern. If you look at your life, there are usually patterns that we all function in. I try to catch my pattern so I can interrupt the pattern and break it. Some people know me. If you say certain things to me, I stop you really quick. And people go, why do you do that? I said, because I'm trying to help you break the pattern. Every time you keep saying, this is killing me, I stop. No, it's not killing you. Think about this. What would your world look like if everything you said came true? So this is killing me. Nothing is going right. Or I be damned. Really? Really? So we have to take control over the words. We create our world with our words. And our subconscious does not have a sense of humor. It's like, okay, you want to be damned, then I'll make sure that nothing goes right. It's always happening to me because you keep declaring that it always happens to you. So the first thing is take control over your words. Second, let's make a plan for when you're in certain situations, instead of saying like this person I was just talking about. And so when I see her, I never say, how are you doing? I will simply say, have a blessed day. Good to see you. In other words, a closed statement. I don't put it as a question. Not how are you? That leads off into something. Good to see you. Nothing to say behind that. Have a blessed day. And then I can keep my energy where I need to, and I keep walking. And that person that pushes your button, you ask yourself this question. Is it more important to be right or more important to be happy? If it's right, then I got to fight you. I got to put up the battle. I got to prove my point. If I know I'm right, why do I need to prove a point? I don't need to prove a point. Okay, that's the way you see it. And then I can walk away from that. I'm going to live in my truth. And when I do that, it freed me from having to defend myself, prove that you're right. You can say, I say that wall, that's blue. That's not blue. That's, if you want to say it's pink, baby, it's pink. All right, if that's what your eyes see, but when I look at it, I see blue. There are some fights that's just not worth having. And if you can look at the other person and see their woundedness, then you won't pour more salt into the wound. You learn to look at it and see a wounded person, and then you should live up to your higher level and maybe try to help heal the wound. At least not pull the scab off of it again. I have a couple of friends and family members who I know this is a hard time for them. They have lost loved ones, and so it's and I tell them, I said, be gentle with yourself, be good to yourself, and not saying goodbye, just I see you later. It's a long trip. But in this, it helped you to stay grounded to do work. The first three chakras of the body, for those who understand it, that is your foundation. Those are the three energy centers that anchor you. The first one, the first chakra, the affirmation that goes with that is, I'm grounded. And if you feel yourself ungrounded, simply stand and visualize the energy going down your body, through your feet, down to the earth, to Mother Earth, and anchor yourself. If you can, you know, the old folks say, go hug a tree. It's true. Go hug a tree. Go stand near a tree. If you just put your back up against it, it helps to ground you. Other things that can help ground you. Finding a favorite rock. I have several crystals around me that I just put in my pocket if I'm walking somewhere, or a stone that helps to keep me grounded. a little trick that I use, a technique. It's not a trick, it's a technique. I take a cinnamon stick and put it in a piece of paper and I put it in my pocket. And when I'm out around a lot of people, because the cinnamon stick will attract the negative energy, then I take the tissue and when I'm finished with the day, I throw it away and then wash my hands. So begin to make a plan so that you can prepare yourself to stay healthy through this holiday season. I don't eat everybody's cooking. I don't. It's so easy to also to gorge at this time because there's all kind of pies and cakes and everything. No, I will eat a small piece and I'll stay joyful with that. And I don't overindulge. Set healthy boundaries for yourself. There are some people I don't even shake hands. That's why you see me do this. They come up, I just do this to bless them. Because, and thank God for COVID, we can just elbow bump. I don't tend to want to exchange energy with everybody. So how do you set healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can be around people that you can keep your sanity? If I think you're crazy and I want to argue with you, well, what does that make me? I don't need to argue with you. It's like in my head, I'm just going, well, I see you on that little yellow bus. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to keep, is it more important to be right or more important to be happy? I choose to be happy so I don't have to argue with you in these moments. So setting healthy boundaries with people, especially with difficult people. And sometimes people want to drag you out and go to the party. And if your spirit is saying no, it's like, no, I don't need to. But I tend to want to go out because I want to be around people, but I'm very selective on who I want to be around. So the other thing is, through this holiday season, this should be all year, but especially when the holidays and the winter come, what are your spiritual practices? I didn't say go to church. It's not about religion. Going to church can be a very good thing for many people. Or going to your shrines, it's a healthy thing for many people. But not just going to church. I meditate every morning. I get up at 5:45. After I wash up, I meditate, and then I leave out on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. For you, those that know, I'm on dialysis, so I'm out the door by 6:30. It only takes 10 minutes to sit still and give God thanks. How about join us in the noonday prayer? Our church, we pray every day at noon. So you can join in without ever saying anything. Just know that you're connecting to a group of people, or get a group of people that you decide to do this with. What are some spiritual practices and what are the routines that you can put in place in your life to help you get through the holiday season, get through the lack of light, and that help you to stay grounded? What is your spiritual practice? Do you have a shrine? Do you have an altar? Do you talk to your ancestors? How about just taking care? I started a new thing. I have plants all over my house now, and Whoopi, yeah, most of them are still alive. But I enjoy now working with the plants and working with the soil. So what rituals do you have that balance your energy? Spiritual baths, putting nice music on, reading certain prayers or reading a good book? What are the rituals that help you to keep your energy balanced? I wrote a few notes. You must be clear with your intention to have a clear vision of where you're going. Yes, you have to have clear intentions. I choose being happy as a choice. Now, I want to be mindful. Some people fight clinical depression and may need medication. If that is you, make sure that you keep it up. If things like having correct lights on, wearing bright clothes, putting bright colors around you, listening to music, all of that is, I love it. I always say every Oprah needs a Gail. In other words, Gail is Oprah's best friend. And they talk about everything. I have my best friends. I'm lucky. I'm so blessed. I have good people that I talk to almost every day. Wallace, Moses, Kevin Green, my sister. I talk to my brother for about an hour today. I have good people around me that keep my energy up. And I love the energy in my house. And most people come here and go, it's so calm here. Yes, because I pray in my house. I clean my house energetically. Everything is energy. So if only good people come in my house, so I don't have to do a lot of heavy cleaning, spiritual cleaning in my house. But I just use the things that you know to help keep your energy up and keep the energy bright. Affirmations. There are many affirmations. You can find them online. You can use scriptures that you like to use. You can, today you can Google affirmations. You can make up your own affirmation. And the one that I used to use, that was crazy. I just made it up every day in every way. I am better and better. Create affirmations to keep you focused and to keep your energy, that you're not attracting a lot of energy around you. Every day in my meditation, I push the light out around me and I create a bubble that my energy, I'm inside my bubble of light, that no negativity can penetrate it. Now, I don't care who you are, what you're doing, you cannot get through my bubble of light. I sit in the middle of it and I just laugh. So create affirmations. That may be your affirmation for the day. Sometimes it may be your affirmation for the month. There's a song that many of you would know it, Come This Far by Faith. I sang that for almost 6 months. I've come this far by faith, and I hold on to it. And it just gets me through. So using music, using affirmations, you learn to control and protect your energy field. Now, again, I talked about having crystals on me, having different stones on me that I carry. I don't need a big stone. Let me give you an example. See, I can easily carry this in my pocket. I can easily carry this in my pocket. That's a crystal, a quartz crystal. I put them in my pocket, and then when I come home, if I do that, I lay them on the dirt of my plants so that the energy can balance out and I can use them all the time. So the other thing that I'm very conscious of, break unhealthy patterns. We tend to get in routines and do the same things and go to the same places. Sometimes one day I saw somebody on the train, on the metro. And when I got home, I said to my roommate at the time, I said, gosh, I saw so and so on the train and I wanted to catch up with them. And he said, just go back to the same train station near the same time. People go home the same way all the time. And I thought about it, I was like, oh, that's true. And I try not to. I will go a different way, even if it's costing me maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes more. Sometimes I just go a different way just to see who I might run into. I went back on the train almost a week later around the same time, and I just missed one train on purpose. And guess what? He showed up on the same platform near the same time. But we also have different habits and patterns in our life. Are they healthy for you? Staying up late, or now this person get on my nerves, so I got to drink, or okay, I'm going to go to the family and I'm going to argue. No, break the patterns. What unhealthy patterns do you have in your life that you need to break? It's either an opportunity to heal or to produce the same thing over again. Do you desire to heal? Then that means you got to break some patterns. That means you got to do some different things. You know, they say insanity is doing the same thing the same way, looking for different results. Then it means that I must be willing to break the pattern. Now, here's a tough one. And you can only do this with a very good friend that you know you're safe with. Ask them, do you see a pattern in my life that I need to change? I'm asking for your help. Sometimes just check yourself, listen to your language. I be damned. This is killing me. My arm hurt. No, not my arm. This spot right here on my arm hurt. Okay? Learn to control. This makes me sick, or you make me sick. No, you don't make me sick. Maybe irritate me, but no, that. Then why do I need to plug into it? You must constantly take control of your energy. You can't control anyone else's energy. You can only control your energy. So I give you this. Do something to yourself, for yourself, by yourself, to say to yourself, I love me. I'll give it to you again. Do something to yourself, for yourself, by yourself, to say to yourself, I love me. Right now, take this time to fall deeply in love with yourself. You can't give away what you don't have. The holiday season, yes, you can be around some good friends, but when they come around you, your love should be my cup overflow, not half empty, not half full. It says my cup overflow. It can only overflow if I'll keep adding into it. Now, this I had to learn a long time ago. You never take out of your cup to give. The overflow, that means then those are around you get wet from the overflow. So I don't pour out more than I have. What I have overflow is what I can give out. And that's even energetically, I can give out what's my overflow. But I must always be conscious to make sure that home is taken care of. You know, when you get on an airplane, they say if the oxygen mask drops, put yours on first, then help your children or your neighbor. Because if I pass, I can have all the good intentions I want, but I can pass out, and what good am I? I was on a cruise ship one time, and this guy was looking over the rail, and just the water. If you've never been on a cruise ship, I can tell you, staring at the water, it can be hypnotic. And this guy was at the rail, and we were down low, and he put his foot up on the rail, And I looked at him and I said, now, if you decide to jump over, I will haul a man overboard. I will throw the rafts. I will throw chairs. I'm not jumping in after you. And this is going to take this ship about 5 miles to make a big loop before it can come back. So I hope you can tread water. And he started laughing. He said, wow, it was hypnotic. I said, yes, but keep your foot off that rail. I wasn't going to jump in. Yes, and I can swim, but I wasn't going to jump in after him. Take care of yourself. You know what you need to be happy. You know what you need to be healthy. And you know the unhealthy things in your life that you don't need. So as we move into this season, take the opportunity to make healthy choices. That's what I wanted, to make healthy choices so that you can transcend to a new level. Remember, I talked about the last couple of weeks, I talked about the transmuting, transforming, and transcending. Well, this opportunity, when struggles come, it's an opportunity for you to make a new choice. You can keep making the old choice, or you can make a new choice. So some people hate the holidays, and I love it. And when I hear people go, I hate the holidays, oh, I'm not, and I understand because it creates, I had one friend, he hated the holidays because he just couldn't have good experiences with his family. And I said, well, you know, we have two types of family. One is birth and one is chosen. Are you telling me that your chosen family, you don't enjoy being around them? Well, I mean, sometimes. Well, okay. Then why don't you make a conscious choice that the holiday season, you're going to enjoy it being around your conscious chosen family? It ain't that easy. It is, but you keep declaring that it's not easy when you do have people that you enjoy being with. So I'm encouraging you to make some healthy choices, and you know the things that don't work for you. You know the type of parties that don't work for you. You know the type of gatherings that don't work for you. And you know the ones that do. Even if it is, if you can identify what you don't like, you may not know what you do like, but at least you know what you don't like. Well, I know I don't need that. And then take the opportunity to create some new experiences, to create new energy. Now, I said before, I don't want to miss this part, about learning to control and protect your energy field. That's why I said about carrying the crystals or the rocks that you need, or learning to control your language. All of that is about controlling your energy field. Everything is energy. Now, energy is either leaving you or coming to you, okay? With most people, in a healthy situation, there's an exchange of energy. Both people are feeling good about this. An unhealthy relationship is it's leaving you, and sometimes I call people spiritual vampires. They just suck energy from you, and you know that because when they leave, you're going like, woof. You want to take a nap because they have taken so much energy from you. But you are in control of that. When you know it's that kind of person, then that means that I take deep breaths and I breathe and push the energy out from me so that the energy doesn't attach to me, but I can stop the energy out here from me, and I'm inside my bubble. And then when I walk away from that person, I take deep breaths to replenish my energy and change the atmosphere and stay in a healthy space. So I'm hoping, not hoping, let me change that. I'm going to make it even more positive. I have high expectations. There we go. That the information that I'm sharing with you is helping you and will help you on getting through the holiday seasons. Now, this is me trying to read my own handwriting. The other thing I talked about, crystal smells. So I use scented oils, lavender. Sometimes I use mint. Lavender, mint, lemon. Um, uh, I use those to lift my spirits, to change the atmosphere in the room. So we have color that we can use. You can use, if you have different cloth you can put around you. Sometimes, most pads that I use to write on, I use the yellow ones instead of white, so that it's a little brighter and softer to me to help my energy. I have a red cloth over here, that's orange cloth that is there in my sight. All of those I use to control the energy around me. In the winter, it's like even my underclothes, I don't wear black. I have on blue. Black, be conscious, especially if you are one that fight depression or fight mood swings. Black, because black absorbs all the energy, and especially negative energy. I want to control, not absorbing things. So that's why I have on this white. That's why I have on blue under this. That's why when I go out, I do things that control the energy around me to keep my energy up and to protect myself from other energy fields that I don't find necessary. When I know I'm going out and I'm going to be around a lot of people, or I have to walk into a room, the technique that I use, I simply take a deep breath and exhale and see that light go before me, clearing the way so that I can come through in peace. If I'm going into a meeting, I take a deep breath before I come into the meeting, and I exhale and I say, the light of God goes before me. Use you have spirit guides, ask them for help. They're here to help you and to walk with you. And it would be healthy for you to call upon them to walk with you. I know that I'm going to a couple of celebrations, and there's a lot of energy, and it's going to be a lot of drumming and dancing and singing. And I am preparing myself to put my energy field around me so that, and when I come away from them, here's a trick that you can always use. I'm going to change that word, trick, a technique, because all of these are spiritual techniques for the body, the mind, and the spirit. So one, make sure you eat well-balanced meals. Stay hydrated, especially during this time. Two, use the oils, the scents, the smells to help change so that you stay emotionally balanced. Make a choice that you decide to choose to be happy instead of fighting to be right. Create your healthy boundaries around you. The healthy boundaries may be with some people, there's just no conversation. Keep it very light, because you know the moment you get into certain conversations with people, and it's all over from that point on. So there's no need to get into that conversation. Know your healthy boundaries. Get some affirmations, whether you want to change them every day or once a week or whenever the spirit give it to you. That the affirmations are to keep your energy up, to keep you focused, to keep you grounded. Another technique, stand, taking deep breaths, and go to that first chakra. And the affirmation is, I am grounded. The affirmation for the second chakra is, I am creative, and I am balanced. The third one is, I am connected to everything. I am balanced and whole. Those are foundations that you work with to keep yourself grounded and balanced. And if you pay attention, energy doesn't lie. Pay attention to your gut. You know, people say, I got a gut feeling. That's true. You do have a gut feeling, because the third chakra, the affirmation is, I feel. And your gut doesn't lie to you. And so if you step into a situation, and somebody asked me before, well, what do you do if you're in a situation and you can't leave the room? Then that's when you simply go inside. The kingdom of heaven is within you. That's when you simply go inside, take a deep breath, exhale, push the energy out from you, and declare, I am safe within my bubble. I'm safe. Nothing can penetrate my light. The light of God goes before me. Energy follows thought. That is a universal rule. Somebody first had a thought about making this, then the energy was put into making this pen. Somebody had a thought about making this mouse. Then the energy went into making the mouse. Energy follows thought. So what are my thoughts? Am I attracting the energy, or am I repelling the energy? No hurt or harm can come that way. Energy follows your thoughts. Oh, I'm scared. Okay, then you just invited fear. Who's after me? Oh, then you just opened the door. Does anybody know the first law that we practice? Guard the doors of your mind. A thief never comes in knowing that the front door is locked. They go to the back door, to the side door, to the window. What did you leave open? How did it get in? I forgot who made the song, and the song was like, how did you get here? You're not supposed to be here because you opened the door. What is it, like the vampires in the movies? They couldn't come in unless you invited them in. I don't invite any negativity unto me. No. I have a mantra, a prayer that I say every morning. Father, Mother God, thank you for clearing and cleansing me in the Christ light. Within your limitless healing and transmuting energies, I thank you for removing all negativity from me in any form. Impersonally, with neither love nor hate, through the I am power, I return all negativity to a source of emanation. So if you're trying to throw something at me, I return it to a source of emanation with no reversals upon myself, decreeing that it never again be allowed to reestablish within me or anyone else. In other words, it had to go back to where it came from. Then may this negative emanation turn to you, Father, for love. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for placing me within the impenetrable white Christ light of protection. So be it. I say it every morning. That's my morning prayer. And then, very simple, the light of God fills me, the light of God surrounds me, and the light of God protects me. That is a very simple affirmation that you can use anytime, anywhere. Yes. It is so important that you understand how to control energy, to protect and keep yourself whole. Every situation that you will walk into in this time period, remember, it's going to be an opportunity to do something new or go back to doing something the old way. If you choose to do something new, then that means I have to have a new first attitude. Who sang that? Oh, Patti LaBelle, a new attitude. I have a new attitude. No, I'm not participating in the madness anymore. No, I'm not going to get depressed. No, that is not my truth anymore. That used to be me. Yes, I used to get really mad and upset, but that's not my truth anymore. You make a conscious choice. You make a conscious choice to change the frequency, to change the energy, so that you do not get caught up into old energy anymore. I always say that's why driving a car, you don't drive a car staring in the rearview mirror. And that's why the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield. When you're going forward, the windshield is big. It allows you to see all over the place. The rearview mirror is small. It only allows you to glance at it. And the further you go forward, the smaller that object in the rearview mirror gets. Stop looking backwards. Make a choice that you're going to go forward. Make a choice that you're going to choose to be happy. Make a choice that all good things will come to you. Make a choice by using all of the techniques that you know so that you can transform and transcend the energy in your life and move to a higher state of consciousness. I hope this is helping somebody right now. So I am going to, I have to say, sometimes you guys let me off the hook really easy and with no questions, but I'm okay with that too. So as you're preparing to go through the holiday seasons, pay attention to your own self-care. And remember, ask yourself, okay, is it more important for me to be right or more important for me to be happy? If it's more important for me to be happy, I'm not going to get upset over some crazy stuff because you say you don't like the shirt I have on. Okay, don't look at it. You, some crazy show come on and people I love it when people get mad at entertainers on TV and you don't even know this person. They're playing a character, but you're getting upset with that character, with that person. Choose to control. You are a master teacher. So take control over the energy of the words you use, the forces that are around you, who you decide to let in your energy field, and who you choose to keep out of your energy field. It's so important that you create those healthy boundaries and develop your spiritual practice. My spiritual practices, incense, candles, my flowers, my affirmation, my prayers, my meditations that I do every morning. I started learning meditation in 1966 and I hold on to it dearly. Yes, I call upon my ancestors and I call upon my deities to walk with me. That's my spiritual practice. Develop your own. If you want to pray every morning, pray every morning. You want to pray during noon, you want to wake up. What is the first thing you say when you wake up? Me, thank you. I have a new assignment. What is my assignment for the day? That's my question, my prayer. I talked about prayer not too long ago, and I talked about the two types of prayer. Usually when we talk about two types of prayer, it's individual and corporate. But I think of prayer on two different levels. The first level of prayer is usually asking for stuff. God, please help me with a new job. God, help me with, I need more money. God, help me with, help me, give me. Nothing wrong with that. A higher level is, thank you. What is my assignment? Because if I follow the assignment that God gives me, I know that God would supply all of the needs that I need, all of the things I need to get the assignment done. I surrender. What is your will for me today? That's my morning prayer. And then I pay attention how all of my needs get met. So I hope this I pray that this helps you with self-care to be able to get through the holiday season until we get to the spring. Remember, pay attention to the lights. Pay attention to Mother Nature. She's teaching us. Pay attention to the lights. When it's cloudy and stuff, most things, even trees and stuff, start to turn in. We are more inside, but we can control our environment and use all of it. Use the sense to emotionally keep you balanced. Use light to emotionally keep you balanced. Eat correct to keep you physically healthy. Move your body, walk as much as you can. If you're not in a gym or something, I try to walk as much as I can. Another little trick, I right now, because I have trouble with my legs, I don't do it. I'm on the 5th floor. I used to walk all 5 flights, but sometimes now I get off on the 4th floor, I just walk 1 flight of steps. Whatever you can do, keep yourself moving. As a friend of mine said, she was she was at 100. She said, you rest, you rust, keep moving, keep moving. So keep moving. Find something to laugh about every day. I have a crazy sense of humor. I love the comedians. I was listening to that crazy man, Cat Williams, earlier today. Oh my goodness. He is crazy as he can be. Laughter is good for the soul. I know that we have come down to the end of the time. I have enjoyed being with you. I pray that all good things flow into your life. I pray that you choose to be happy. I pray that everybody that see you, hear you, touch you, even think of you, will experience the love of God flowing in your life. I pray blessings for one of our newest ancestors, Barbara Melvin Dill, and I pray for Miss Julia Nixon, our newest, one of our new ancestors. She was truly my songbird. I call their names because they brought joy and happiness into my life. Please pass the word, and soon I'm going to, you can contact me on IamRaineySpeaks@gmail.com. Thank you for those who support this part of my work with your donations through Cash App. I appreciate it. It truly helped me to continue to do the work. Very soon, I will be announcing a Saturday morning meditation circle. Yes, we're going to be doing it live. We will use precautions, what we need to do the Saturday morning meditation. So I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being with me every Thursday night. If you ever have a subject that you want me to talk about, please just email me and I will do my best. I don't have the answer for everything. And if I don't know, I will say I don't know. But if you do, I will do my best to do research if I don't know the answer and look it up. That now, like I said, don't ask me medical questions. I don't know. Better talk to your doctor. Spiritual questions I can handle, okay? I thank you. Peace and blessings.